So he entered the synagogue on the Sabbath to do the work while his father rested. And the scribes and the Pharisees, who are hell-bent on shutting everybody out of the kingdom in order to receive the praise of the people, are looking to see how they can accuse him. The Sabbath is the day that the Father rests so that we can do the work of the instruction. But the Pharisees and the scribes are interested in shutting people out of the kingdom so that they can sit on the throne of the Father. That's what all of us are interested in. That's why we want to build something on earth. You cannot submit to the inexistent, undepictable God if your interest is community building and growing your church and making the flock or the swarm thrive. You cannot encounter or come face to face with the scriptural God. Not only that, you are cutting others off from meeting him. It's foundational. You are keeping people away from God. It's worse than just playing God. You are keeping others away from him, and you yourself are showing that you're afraid of meeting him. You are wielding the power of death. You are hiding from God, and you are blocking others from meeting him. The more you try to grow your thing or build your thing, it's like making sure with all of your strength that neither you nor anybody else will ever meet the inexistent, indepicable, invisible God of Scripture, who can't be controlled, can't be described, can't be shaped or made by human hands. You're trying to say that you own him. And in the end, it's quite pitiful. It is to be pitied. As I speak, there are children and mothers and elderly, entire families, not just in the place we call the Holy Land, I mean, whatever that means, but all over the world. There's immense suffering from war. People buried under the rubble. It's been happening for a long time, and it's never going to end because people are in love with themselves and they're in love with power. But these people are buried under stones wrought by the hand of man, the very thing the Bible condemns. And I want to say it's disgusting that others call for us to venerate stones and commemorate stones and mourn for stones and buildings and museums and monuments. But at this point, when the hypocrisy and the scandal is so explicit, the word is pity. This way of thinking is so dysfunctional in the scriptural sense, meaning divorced from the functionality of God's language, the utility of God's functionality, of his terms, his terminology. It's so divorced from the language of God that it's to be pitied. And the only hope is God's mercy.